Good morning. I survived the storms last night. They actually weren't that bad. I was woken to a lobster boat. You can probably hear in the background that's also blasting some sort of fire and brimstone radio. That's the way to wake up. Don't have very far to go today because I have a plan for Pemaquid Point. It doesn't look bad here right now, but based on all the forecasts, it could get really rough here in a little bit. So a little bit of a slower start, but it should all be good. Because no good adventure vlog is complete without reference to pooping. I'm going to show you this. This island has an outhouse. Check it out. It's pretty nice. Other places, you have to pack out, which I'll leave to your imagination. Just a little bit of advice. Double bag. First cup of tea of the trip. Green jasmine. It's delicious. My concern for the day with traveling is already starting to manifest a little bit. It's only 7 and the breeze just picked up. Yesterday it was about 8 o'clock when it really hit, and today's about 7. So yeah, Pemaquid could be really gross today. The forecast isn't calling for anything more than it was yesterday, but based on how yesterday was, Pemaquid's it's gonna be really rough. So luckily I have a plan. You'll see that in a few hours when I get to it. It is already so hot. I took a break mid kayak load because I was sweating so much. It's weird. I don't like it. I'm not used to sweating this much when I paddle. Coming up to the other little narrow spot on the Penobscot here, and I've got a clear view of the ocean now again, and the wind is picking up noticeably. Yeah, definitely a lot cooler as well, and it's basically right out of the south. So I think my alternative plan is going to work great for today, and already I can see a little bump on the horizon, so it's choppy out there. Yep, okay. I had a moment as I left camp, like, oh, the weather's so nice, maybe I'll give going around the point a try. But now that I'm feeling this, now that I'm out of the shelter a little bit, I don't think that was gonna happen anyway. No. Flat seas and flat sails. Coming into South Bristol here, another very boaty town. But there's the gut, as they call it. It's a little tiny passage through that I can sneak and cut off several miles of paddling. What a great little spot. I love seeing all these boats. Old boats, new boats, boats being worked on in the shipyard. I hope I can get through here. Another bridge. Woo! Oh. What another adorable little harbor. Beautiful sailboats, a couple catches in here. A little bit older. Something I love about out here is the mix of boats. You know, we have all the lobster boats and runabouts and fishing boats and sport fishing boats, and then tons of sailboats of all different makes and models and sizes and purposes. Like this guy looks like quite the cruiser. It's got canopies all over it. I love boaty places. I've probably said that by now. So way out there, fading into the distance, is Pemaquid Point. That's this crux, and it's building just as I paddle out into the bay here a little bit. Yeah, this wind. I'm in this little island in the middle of John's Bay here, just taking a little breather after crossing the first half from South Bristol. And this wind, these waves, it's something. It really is. So I should probably tell what the plan is now. The original plan was to go south around Pemaquid Point today. And that is a known, very hazardous area because it sticks way out into the ocean. It has a river on one side and a giant bay on the other, so currents can get crazy depending on tides. High tide is at like 2 something today, so it's quite late in the day when usually the winds are the strongest. So all those things together means that it's not a good idea to be out there. Oh, also the wave forecast is 4 to 7, and in here it's 2 to 3 to 4. So yeah, it would be just worse the further out you go. So last night I gave my friends at Maine Kayak a call and asked if they could portage me. So they said yes. They're awesome. I mean, that's what happens with kayak people. They're nice. They'll make things happen. They know the dangers and the challenge of all this. And so I'm gonna go to their rental spot, which is only like 1.5 miles that way, by this old fort. And they're gonna portage me like 1 mile to the other side of the point, and then I'll be in Mascongas Bay, and I'll just continue on my same route as I was planning on for later today. It's a pretty slick little deal there. So that is the plan. I just have this one more bay to cross, and then I'll be there. And yeah, I'm gonna get a move on before the waves get even bigger. All right, here's their rental shop. Gently. Let's go find myself a ride.
So you did, well, I bet a lot of some pretty good lake-like conditions if you're in Michigan.
Yeah,
I mean, ocean-like conditions.
Yeah, the average so far has been elevated from what I'm used to, which is great. It makes it really interesting and dynamic.
Yeah, is this going to be okay going into the roof?
I think so.
I mean,
I took most of the weight out, most of the stuff.
Okay.
There's a little bit in the bow and stern still. That's tough to reach, but
we don't have very far to go.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, to probably leave the sail and other hardware on.
Right.
We can just strap under it or over it. Oh, okay. Yeah. A little further. That feels pretty good. About to, all loaded up. About to get shuttled just like 1 mile, mile to the other side of the point. Tally ho!
Yeah, sorry, I've got dogs.
Oh, I mean, I'm all salty anyway, so just appreciate you letting me sit in the truck instead of riding on the roof.
How do we do it? That definitely happened this winter. Crazy.
Alvah,
Hey,
thank you
very much.
Thank you very much. All right, do you want to plug your business while we're here?
Sure, yeah. We run Maine Kayak here in Mid-Coast, Maine. If you ever want to come sea kayaking, lake kayaking, or whitewater, let us know. We'd love to help you out.
Cool. Well, you certainly helped me out once more. Thank you so much. Have a great day, man.
Yes, indeed.
This is
enjoy your paddle.
oh, this just saved like 3 days of probably waiting for it to get okay to not deal with total shit out there.
Yeah, and just a half a mile shuttle across the peninsula. I mean, it's worth it. You saved yourself 10 miles of paddling for a half a mile of driving.
10 miles of hard paddling too. So just crossing the bays, so you can feel that energy rolling in. So okay. Oh.
And it's just home free from here.
Straight down. Cool. All right. Thank you so much.
Hey,
I'm gonna get loaded up here. Cool. Back on the water. Grand total of 1 hour from pick up to lunch again. So yeah, wow. Alvah, so nice. Thank you, Maine Kayak, and everybody that works there. That was fantastic. Saved me a lot of very tough, dangerous paddling for not a lot of reward. And now I get to have this wonderful downwinder this afternoon. Okay, cruise through New Harbor, and we're turning north into the bay. Just a really cool working harbor. Pretty much all fishing boats and tenders. About a mile out of New Harbor. Things are getting a little bit more consistent, a little lighter, but for a while there we had 4-foot sets rolling through. Wind hasn't let up any. Big breaks coming in against the cliffs, so the water here is a bit chaotic. I'm trying to stay offshore a little bit to be out of the worst of it. I absolutely made the right decision. Yeah, it'd be bad. I wouldn't even be rounding yet, or even close to rounding yet, because that one would be so critical to time it with low tide. Yeah, no thanks. No thanks. I'm good. All right, but cruising along, downwind here, and the waves are getting a little more consistent. I think once I make it around this next little point, things are going to calm down even more. So I really like the Nordcat for cruising, but I think for me, I might be a little heavy for it, because in this sort of condition, it does great, but I'm really having to work to keep it stable. It's a little wobbly feeling. I'm also used to my Aquanaut, which is so planted in big water. So, yeah, interesting to feel the differences. And you might be able to tell I switched out to the Aluette paddle this afternoon just to give it a go. It feels great because it's so planted in the water. Feeling very powerful with it. Whew, okay, I need to focus here. Well, that was an exciting 45 minutes. I just got around this little bit of a point, and all of a sudden the chaotic nature of the waves is calmed right down. We just have this really nice even swell. I can breathe for a minute. I was trying to stay a long ways out, but the problem is you get too far out and then you get even bigger wind and ocean swell. You get too close and then it gets more chaotic from the reflection. But I think I'm past the tough part for now. I can paddle without having to brace every 4th or 5th stroke, which is really nice. Okay dokie. Let's see, we must be getting close to Round Pond, probably up past this next point. And then not too far from there is my camp spot for the night, I think. I hope. So the sea state has calmed down. I'm able to paddle much closer to the rocks, so a lot better view. But the wind has just kept picking up. It is white capping now in the channel. I'm got a little bit of shelter by the trees, but not a lot. Yeah, it's just continuing to build. It must be absolutely gnarly out on open water right now. Yeah, I'm just so happy I'm not trying to work my way around the point today, because it would not have happened. It straight up would not have happened. Nuts. Crazy. Keeps going. Pretty fast downwind, especially as the tide shifted on me and now I've got some current. Cruising right along. So this is, I think where I'm going to stay, Hog Island. It's a National Audubon Society preserve, and my brother-in-law's dad highly recommends it, so I'm going to give it a go. Apparently he visited here a while back. It's a lovely evening out here on Hog Island. And if you look out to the east, you'd think, oh, glorious, what a perfect evening. And if you look to the west, you probably think that same thing, except I just checked the radar and there's more storms coming. So I just moved my tent, set up the extra rain fly over it to cover equipment, kind of tidying stuff up because it could come in pretty quick and then be gone for a while, and then more storms come in later. So we'll see how tomorrow goes. It might be a slow start, might be a rain day, might be waiting for stuff to pass, who knows. Gonna figure that out when it's time to figure that out. Today's been an awesome day. This is a lot happened. Well, that doesn't say 100%, that says 20%. Little lied to me.